Have you ever heard of the VIX? And I'm not talking about Vicks Vapor Rub that we used to put on our chest when we were kids when we had a cold. I'm talking about VIX, V-I-X. Hi, this is Scott Carter, CEO of PM Capital. And periodically, we just like to bring you information as investors that you need to have when you're making a smart, informed decision about your investment choices. I've always contended that when investors are given the right information, they make the right decisions. Well, the right information sometimes is just to understand what's going on in the marketplace. And today's topic is the VIX, the Volatility Index. It's traded on the stock exchange, and it is a prediction of the future volatility of the markets. Do you believe that we actually trade on the volatility? That's right. It's been there, and it shows us what's happening in the marketplace where investors can say, I'm going to buy the VIX as a hedge against what I think are future losses, or I'm going to buy the VIX because I think it's optimistic and I think the market's going to go up. So when the VIX goes up and down, it's affectionately called the fear gauge. And right now, the fear gauge, the VIX, is moving up pretty dramatically. There was a time over the last 30 to 60 days where the VIX was at an all-time low, meaning the market didn't have a lot of fear. They weren't concerned about the future and they weren't pricing it in. But most recently, really after the last 30 days after President Trump's inauguration, we've seen the VIX slowly move up and up and up. And this is because investors are starting to price fear into the marketplace. Now, the fear index was at an all-time high right before the Great Recession. It shot up 62% in 4 days. So when you start to see investors hedging against their positions by buying the VIX, you know something's wrong and something's up. So keep an eye on that VIX index because it's a pretty good indicator when it starts to go up that there's fear in the marketplace and the smart investors are starting to move their money around. Don't be surprised if as the VIX goes up, you see a big market correction occur. Just one more piece of information as investors you need to know to help diversify your portfolio, to have the right assets, to have the right information, to make the right choices.